game and enjoyed your experience, come to this one. Right? Come back to this one, and let's support these guys, and I think that would be awesome. I think that would be a great send-off, but it would also show the country of we're talking about the direction we're moving, like it would be another step in a great direction.
This is the ODU Coaches Show on News 3.
It is the season finale of the Old Dominion Football Coaches Show. Ricky, Ronnie, Mark Davis. Coach, thanks as always for being with us. You guys enter on a 4-game winning streak, looking to cap off the season on a 5-game winning streak for the second time in your tenure here. What's been clicking for you guys lately?
I think the guys have just been playing, with a lot of confidence, really playing with conviction. We're playing, I've talked about it all year long, but we're playing very violent, and you really saw that in the last game. Right from the jump. I mean, early in the game, and our guys are really laying their pads on people, and on offense, defense, and special teams. I mean, I know people, see us as like a spread offense or whatever, but it's the third time we ran for over 300 yards in a game, which is a pretty impressive deal, and shows a lot of how physical we're playing, and all across the board. Obviously the offensive line and running back, but obviously the quarterback's been running it pretty well. And the wideouts are blocking downfield, and the tight ends are a huge part of the run game. So, and then on defense, to hold somebody below 50 yards rushing, for the second game in a row, we're really playing pretty physical, particularly up front and dominating the line of scrimmage.
Well, you talked about the rushing game. The offense and defense both seem to be just on point, especially on rushing. It was 376 to 49 against Georgia Southern. Yeah. I'm sure it felt, you're always on to the next play, thinking about the next play. But if you're watching it from the outside, it really felt like you guys had control of that game from the get-go.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I felt like, the play callers were really in tune and really on a good roll there. And so they felt good about what they were getting done. And then the guys were, like I said, playing really violent. We were really getting after people. You could feel it on the field, and how quick we were playing, and how much conviction the guys were playing with on every play.
Now you face Georgia State. They're 1-10, but they've had some close calls this year. That 14-7 to JMU, one of the toughest games the Dukes have had this year. They had a fourth quarter lead against South Alabama, so it's a team that maybe their record doesn't indicate just the talent they bring in here on Saturday.
No, it does not. I mean, they are extremely talented.
Yeah.
Very extremely talented. They have one of the best wideouts in our league. I mean, he is a great player. They have another guy who went for, I don't even know how many yards in the last game. He went for over 100 in their last game. They have some talented running backs. They've played multiple quarterbacks.
Yes.
And they've all done a nice job. They're talented, and they play hard. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach McGee, and they play really hard.
Yeah.
And there's never a moment where they're giving in. And I think that this is a team that 1-10 record does not indicate who they are.
Well, and you talk about the quarterbacks. Brown, 1 interception only in 10 games played. Then he took a pretty good hit their last game. Got I think on a targeting penalty. Yeah. Another guy comes in and throws for over 300 in just a little more than a half. So, like you said, no matter who starts at quarterback, it's going to be a challenge for you guys.
Yeah, no, and they've done some nice jobs. Those two are a little different. Number 11's a little bit more of a drop back passer. Number 8, it can throw the heck out of the ball. Is very athletic, but he'll get on the move and make some plays too. And he does a great job. And like you said, he really hasn't. He's taken care of the football very well. So like I said, they have some talent at receiver. They have talent in the running back room. They've had some injuries really in the offensive line and at tight end. They've had some major injuries that have held them back a little bit. But those guys are playing well too. And I mean, they put up, they actually won the yardage battle in the last game and put up a bunch of yards. They just weren't able to always punch them in for points.
Well, and you guys have done a great job at kind of curbing the turnovers that kind of bit you a little bit earlier in the season. Obviously, you won at 0 across the board. Georgia State's only forced 4 turnovers on the season, I believe. So you're obviously hoping that trend can continue for you guys. Yeah, we need to keep taking care of the football. That's been something that's been a huge part for us. I mean,
our ones have been in there in 2 games in a row. They haven't turned it over. So that's a great thing. That's something that's going to usually lead to a lot of success.
Yes.
If you're able to win the rushing battle like we did, and then, able to win the sack margin like we've been able to do in the last couple games, and then keep the turnovers at a minimum, that's usually going to let you be pretty successful.
You guys are looking to finish 6-0 at home this year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the fans have been coming out. They've been loving watching you guys play. What jumps out about the support at Ballard Stadium here for you guys this year?
It's been great. Again, I think the student section has been fantastic again, 2 years in a row for that. Obviously, going into Thanksgiving break, we know that might be a challenge, so we're hoping all the students that locally come back and are at the game and those sort of things. But we need to fill it up. These seniors, they really deserve it. We've had some guys who have been with us for a long time, and we have quite a few fifth-year seniors going into this thing, and so they really deserve the fan support, and we appreciate everything that's gone on there this year, and just how consistent our fan base has been. And when I watch tape, I don't necessarily see that in some of the other places. It's kind of some fair weather fans, but our people have been there behind us the whole time, and so we need to continue that this week.
2 years ago, Georgia State was also here for the season finale, and what a memory that was. What a great night that was. What are your memories of that night? Punch and bowl eligibility, kind of a walk-off situation for you guys to get your 6th win. What a night that was for you guys.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable game. I don't know if you can script that one any better.
Yeah, because you guys were down by, I think, 3 TDs.
Yeah, we sure were.
Yep.
We did not play well early. We ended up coming back and making some plays and getting in the end zone there at the end to get it. And I think one of my favorite memories about that game is my wife was up at a hockey tournament, and she didn't know if she was going to be able to come back or what she was going to do. And my son. They were playing, and my son ends up getting a hat trick so that she can leave midway through the second quarter, or second quarter. What a bad hockey dad I am. Second period, and he bangs on the glass and told her to leave, so that she could make the game, and then so he stayed up there, but she was able to make the game, and that was awesome. You know what I mean? I think so the whole family contributed to that one.
What memories will this season's game against Georgia State bring? We're going to find out at 2 o'clock tomorrow on ESPN+. We're going into the film room with Coach coming up right after this.
Joseph has the football, and he's going to follow his blocks, and he's got a first down and much more. It's Colton Joseph is gone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And you've got Hargrove in the Wildcat. He takes the snap, and he scores. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Put Catravian Hargrove in the Wildcat and let him go loose.
A lot for Ted Alexander to talk about on 94.1, the Old Dominion Sports Radio Network, back here inside the Old Dominion Football Coaches Show. And, Coach, so many good plays for you guys.
Yep.
Let's pick out some key plays of the game, and we'll start in the first quarter. This is, you guys are already up 7-0. Devin Roche, love how he breaks the tackle here, keeps his eyes upfield, using his holes, finding the space, and getting in for the touchdown.
Yeah, this was 3rd and 5, decided to run the football here, and if you watch Devin, how he does a great job of keeping his shoulders square, which allows him to make that guy miss. He attacked the safety, all right, made that guy miss, and then he accelerated through. It's a really well-blocked play, gets us to the safety, makes him miss right there.
Yep.
Right, and I know Devin's not the biggest guy in the world, but he is very strong, and he's able to break that arm tackle there and get through, and then makes another guy miss, sees him coming, and then gets his pads down at the end and lowers his shoulder to get in. That was a big time play right there.
Well, and I know we had this one. Bull had 3 touchdowns, all being from short yardage, but you guys were definitely utilizing your running backs here on Saturday.
Yeah, and we were able to implement a few new things that we hadn't shown before, and Bull did a great job. It allowed us to be almost 60% on 3rd down, and then we were able to get in the end zone. We had the one walk-in touchdown there, and I thought the offensive line did a great job. The running backs obviously did a nice job, but I thought our coaches designing some of those sort of things and giving us a different look really helped us out there.
Now, the running game meant the passing game, 376 yards on the ground means the passing game didn't have to do too much, right? 12 of 18 for Colton, but here is one of his touchdowns. Here we fast forward to the second quarter. Colton Joseph here taking the snap. Keeps the ball, and then wide open is Jalen Butler. I don't know if I've seen a guy that wide open in a while.
Yeah, he kind of got dropped out of a helicopter there, but I think it was a really nice job. Great play design. We worked on this all week in practice. Great play design. Awesome to get Jalen in the end zone. He hadn't been in the end zone yet, so that was awesome to get that done. It was a really well executed play all the way around. Nice protection. Just the way the play was designed. Really good patience to see Jalen kind of get a nice hit there and gets kind of lost in the sauce and goes. So that was a really nice play design, but really well executed by the guys.
You say lost in the sauce. What leads to a guy getting that wide?
Well, I mean, if you watched, he blocked first.
Yep.
And so when he blocked, a lot of people lose their eyes, right?
And think, hey, he's not going to be part of
Yeah, so then my eyes go to, all right, my secondary thing, which is I got to help this guy over here.
Yep.
And so he was able to get through on that because, that was one of the reasons why he was able to get through. Also, just the play design of how we had it. We had some other things that kind of went through and cleared some of those zones out to help us out there.
Yeah, so a good touchdown there. Like you said, great to get Jalen in the end zone. Play number 3 now. We go to the third quarter. The game already well in hand, but Colton Joseph still doing his thing. We've seen this so much this year, Coach. This gets in from about 20 yards out. Nice stiff arm there, and I'll tell you what, he has been perfecting his ball spin as you're going to come up right here. Yeah, there we
go. Yeah, I think that a couple things that happened on this play. One, we never practiced that play ever. 2, it was an adjustment to some stuff we were doing earlier. They weren't, we were running this formation a little bit differently, and we ended up going to it. But this is a really nice block by a defensive lineman.
Yep.
Day makes a nice block there. True freshman defensive lineman. We put him in there. He goes and he makes a really nice block right there.
Yep.
I mean, and that springs, and that's all Colton needs to be able to get through. And that was an awesome job right there.
And then he kind of, split the two guys and just outran him to the end zone. I think they said it was his 12th rushing touchdown this year. He's just getting it done with his arm and his legs all season long.
Yeah, nice job. And then it's also really nice, we're able to get the starters out of there basically at the end of the third quarter. At the end of the season like that, that's nice because you want to, they want to play. And, I had a spirited discussion with the offensive lineman who wanted to stay in, but, ultimately, I'm in charge of those things, and so we were able to get them out. And we need that sometimes because late in the year, I mean, any rush you can get is a positive thing.
Absolutely. So what plays will make the difference in the regular season finale against Georgia State? We'll see tomorrow, 2 p.m. on ESPN+.
And the handoff straight up the gut. Hargrove, touchdown, Old Dominion. Catravian Hargrove, his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Thanks for staying with us here on the Old Dominion Football Coaches Show. One final chance for Old Dominion to take the field in front of its home fans and get that victory. The players ready to embrace that challenge against Georgia State.
Just so, all our hard work that we put in, really feels fulfilled. Finishing 9-3, having an undefeated home record. So, it would mean a lot.
It would mean everything. It would mean the world to me because, to be honest, my class came in saying that we want to turn things around. It is a great program. I feel like we're getting close to it.
It mean the world to me. That would be the first time we've done that here in a while. Being undefeated at home is a big accomplishment, and having a winning season.
Monarchs will get the chance to take their home field one final time in 2025 tomorrow. Back here now inside with Coach Ronnie. And Coach, Thanksgiving week, obviously a lot of people's favorite holiday, especially those of us who love food. What are some of your fond memories of Thanksgiving?
My first, it's not a fond memory by any stretch of the imagination, but Thanksgiving always reminds me of my state championship game my senior year that we lost. So that sucks.
Oh, yeah, that's
not fond at all.
I wrote fond, but you're taking it in a different direction.
No, it's just the first thing that pops in my brain. I don't know. So that's kind of the first one that pops in my brain. I grew up with a big family and very close together and tight knit and just everyone getting there and just there's always like 27 pounds more food than you need,
absolutely.
Right? And that sort of things. And so it was awesome. And I loved hanging out with my cousins and aunts and uncles and everything growing up and just watching football. As it's kind of progressed, it's a little bit more about, for me, it's a little bit time off. We practice earlier in the day on that day than we normally do.
Yep.
So guys can get to their families or get to wherever. And so you have just a couple more hours just to hang out and sleep and relax before that thing. So.
And hey, piggybacking off that, we all kind of have our childhood traditions, then we morph and create our own. Are there any adult traditions that you guys have, created now that, you guys have, you're with your own family over the course of the last several years?
Not really.
Football.
Yeah, not really, just practice and those sort of things. But I think that, one of the things is everyone I know does this, but my wife is big on us going around and saying what we're thankful for and everything like that. And I do think that it's been awesome to watch my boys grow up and just watch them become, a little bit more insightful and really, instead of saying some, everyone's like, oh, my family and those sort of things, but they actually have really thought about, what they're thankful for, and seeing that, I think, it says a lot about them just growing up into great young men, and so that's probably one of the things that I love about Thanksgiving.
Now, you've bragged about your wife's cooking before. Mm-hmm. What is on Ricky Ronnie's Thanksgiving Day plate?
So my wife and I have some different traditions and different thoughts on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But she cooks, I don't. So
yeah, you're kind of,
I'm at the mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm at the mercy, and I freely, because I'm gonna eat. Like, she does a great job cooking, so I'm gonna eat it. I like wet stuffing. She doesn't really like wet stuffing. Right. My family's always had like cheesy potatoes and things like that.
Yeah.
She's not big into that. Right.
So it's a texture thing.
I don't know why she doesn't like either one of those. It's just she didn't grow up with them.
Yeah.
And so I think part of it is like it's what you grow up. It can't be a texture thing because she likes cranberry sauce.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not
yeah.
a texture thing.
Yeah.
Because cranberry sauce is crazy. So I think that it's just one of those things that you like what you grew up with.
Right.
And I grew up with both those sort of things, and she didn't. But she does a great job. Our turkey is always awesome. I don't understand people who have ham on. Like some people,
it's more of a Christmas thing, right?
Yeah, and Easter.
Easter too. Yeah,
Easter,
no, it's true. Yeah,
big Easter thing, but definitely Christmas. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean and then I think one of the family traditions that she has is, and we'll do it. I don't think that my boys love it as much as she did, and I still like it. Is on Thursday night we'll watch Christmas Vacation.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. She's already, usually that's the day, Friday's usually the day when we do, or she does, I don't do any of it, the exterior illumination and all those sort of things.
Yep.
But she's got some hockey to deal with and all those sort of things, so our house is very Christmassy right now.
Sure.
It's got me a little angsty.
Okay.
But I mean, it's one of those deals.
Last one for you. You talk about your state championship game. Was that on Thanksgiving? I wanted to see if you have any Thanksgiving Day football memories that you played either in high school and college where you played on Thanksgiving Day, or was it more of a weekend of Thanksgiving?
No, that was on Saturday. My biggest Thanksgiving Day playing memory was I was a junior in college, and I went home with my now wife, who was then my girlfriend, to Pittsburgh, and I just finished my last game, so I was kind of beat up.
Yeah.
And her brothers have a tradition of going and playing tackle football, and her brother is, like 4 years younger than her other brother, and so they would play their two age groups against each other.
Uh-huh.
And what my wife didn't tell me was like that she had like an ex-boyfriend or whatever on the older brother's team, and so like I go out there and I've got like and I already have like a separated shoulder, and I'm like, now I'm playing tackle football, but like I can't allow this guy.
No, there's kind of a
me.
pride thing that enters the chat. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that was a pretty physical game.
Yeah,
that I remember playing. Yeah.
Did you win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we won. But it was
We're not doing our job if we don't ask.
No. We won. But it was. I just remember like kind of getting set up on that one.
Yeah.
Too. Like I thought it was just gonna be like a friendly like touch game, and the next thing you know, it was not.
You're running for your life.
Yeah,
exactly.
it was not that at all. Yeah.
Well, we certainly hope you have a great Thanksgiving this year, Coach, and get a Thanksgiving weekend win as well. Thanks so much for joining us all season long, Coach. Really appreciate it. Old Dominion, Georgia State tomorrow, 2:00 on ESPN+.
And here's Colton Joseph. Wide open is Butler, and he makes the catch for a touchdown. How about that?
Tomorrow's game marking the regular season finale, but we've known for a while now that ODU still has a game left in the postseason. Which games are possible? We're breaking it down for you. Sunbelt Bowl games. Take a look.
If you're traveling for ODU's bowl game, where are some of your potential destinations? The first Sunbelt tie-in, December 16th, the Salute to Veterans Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. That's a late one with a 9 p.m. kickoff. The following day, seeing two bowls involving conference teams. First, the Cure Bowl in Orlando at 5, then it's the 68 Ventures Bowl in Mobile at 8:30. Friday, December 19th, one Monarch fans are familiar with, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, where ODU visiting back in 2021, the Silver and Blues' first bowl game under Ricky Ronnie. Looking for an indoor game? Maybe it'll be the New Orleans Bowl at the Superdome on December 23rd. Still home in time for Christmas, the Boca Raton Bowl also a possible landing spot, a game also on the 23rd on the campus of Florida Atlantic. We'll find out where the Monarchs are heading by Sunday, December 7th.
And that wraps up this edition of the Old Dominion Football Coaches Show. ODU, Georgia State, tomorrow, 2 o'clock on ESPN+. For Ricky Ronnie, I'm Mark Davis. Have a great weekend, everybody. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and go Monarchs.